experience. That one was very, very large. All right, looking across a beautiful shot of Santa Barbara, a little bit of haze out there. We are expecting to see possibly some wind developing overnight tonight into tomorrow. In the meantime, we'll get to that in a second, but your temperature is really taking a hit in many areas as we definitely cooled off with a stronger sea breeze, a little bit more ocean influence. And you can see temperatures across the board again dropping and getting back near our normals, at least for some areas. Some areas, though, of course, stayed way, way above where you should be for this time of year. But as you got closer to the coastline, we definitely took a hit in those temperatures, bringing everybody down at least a little bit more, so probably a little more comfortable for most across the area. Now we'll get to the wind issue. The good news is this wind advisory does not appear to be following on the steps of what we saw late last week, where it got really, really strong out there. Those winds going up above Hurricane 1 speed. This will be a lot lower end event, and especially along the Santa Barbara south coast, you might see a gust going a little higher than that, and that's just because of the nature of the coastline. Currently, the winds are very quiet out there, mainly out of the west-northwest for the most part. Wind gusts not really showing up, pretty minor right now. When you get numbers on those boards right there, you know you start getting a little busier, but again, right now, not too bad. And a really nice, quiet night out there. The only exception, Gaviota, with that northerly flow, still very warm right there. That's probably your warmest part of the day has been right now, and it may even continue to warm as we head into the after the sundown, believe it or not. 70% humidity, very dry for the most part. Look at Gaviota at 28%, and that again is because of that north flow, whereas everybody else is getting a little bit more of an ocean influence. Now watching the satellite, big area of low pressure, pushing one band of clouds right there. That's the front that's moving through now. Another front right there is going to keep that northerly flow going over the next couple of days. So real simple. We see a late season storm. That gives us the onshore flow across the board. Wind and fog, mild to warm temperatures. It will stay dry likely, and we're going to watch the wind throughout the week and a little bit of fog mixed in. Looking very spring-like, just kind of going back and forth between warm, a little bit cooler, marine layer, no real rain though seen in the forecast now. As far as future fog, look at that. The map likes to stay very clear out there. Some high clouds drift over the area, and the marine layer once in a while comes up from the south and as well comes in from the north right here, and the south coast appears to stay fairly cloud-free right through the period. Now, as far as wind, watch this. We see the telltale signs of that northerly flow out from Point Arguello, Conception, the Channel Islands, and then right along that line right there into the Tehachapi's, all the way up into the southern Sierra, and that is definitely indicative of a northerly flow coming in that direction. Now, your temperatures on Monday, look at this. We stay really nice and mild, a little warm inland, and then we look at Tuesday, we see a little boost as high pressure fills back in across the area, and we'll watch a lot of areas go back up into the upper 80s, I should say, inland. And the beaches, although look at Gaviota, again, that northerly flow sees a temperature at 87. The beaches, though, likely staying more in the 70s to about 80 degrees on Tuesday before we cool things down. Warm, keeping an eye on the winds, of course, for Santa Barbara. We know what happened last week. We do not want to see a repeat of that. Hopefully that will not happen. A mild to warm forecast again for everybody. Beaches could see that patchy fog in the morning hours, giving way to mostly sunny skies for just about everybody all the way through the afternoon. Surf will stay at least a little busy. We have a ground swell and some wind swell issues out there over the next few days. Quick look at a nice photograph, and there's a little bit of fog this morning by Carol Gomez down in CI Harbor, Channel Islands Harbor, and it was a real sparsely scattered fog, didn't last very long. And there's your Santa Barbara forecast. We're going to watch the wind both tomorrow and again possibly on Friday, and I'm going to say this right now, the Friday event could be strong, so we'll watch that very closely. And you can see your temperatures all week kind of meandering between warm to mild, and then back to warm, and then back to mild. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.